or Dash. We'd love to get double honors to the apostles of GMS that rule of well and we learn from. Peace, blessings, salutations to Joachim, the Akwaf, and the Israelite foreigners that are scattered. This is Shakaka Ra from GMS Virginia, bringing you the latest news, information, prophecy through the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua. Lord's will, we endure, have patience, and keep striving, keep pushing, keeping our hands on the plow, and staying humble and meek. Now, what inspired me to do this lesson, I was watching Elder Makama from the branch of Chicago, and he was talking about Moab, and now, yeah, the scripture talks about, you know, how Israel will be scattered. Fortunately, Esau calls us so-called black Hebrew Israelites, but unfortunately, that's not our title. It's evident that the so-called black man here in America that came over in slavery ships, so-called West Indians and so-called Haitians, they make up the house of the Southern Kingdom. You have some scattered, you have them all scattered across the four corners as well. And then it's evident that the so-called northern tribes, the so-called Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, they make up the house of Israel as well. And then you have the Israelite foreigners. Now, what inspired me, again, watching Elder Makama's video, the recent video he put up about Moab. Well, I'm going to go back into it anyway. Go to my search history. So, damn it. So yeah, this recent video you see, we are scattered among them. That video that Elder Makama just did. So, I remember, if people are familiar with, hip hop, the mellow beats, chill beats, Samurai Champloo, etc. You have a guy named Nujabes. I believe he was from Japan. And I'm telling you like this, man, his fucking beats was outstanding. I remember growing up as a kid, listening to this guy. Unfortunately, he passed away. Hey, Elder Yashwamba, he knows about him as well. Yeah, Japanese record producer. And it says, matter of fact, I think he's the founder of Lofi, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of times when you hear Lofi, I believe this is the creator. He's like the pro-founder, whatever. But it said June Saber, better known by his stage name Nujabes, was a Japanese record producer, audio engineer, DJ, composer, and arranger best known for his atmospheric instrumental mixing sampling from hip-hop, soul, and jazz, as well as incorporated elements of trip-hop, breakbeat, down-tempo, and ambient music. Yeah, man, you gotta check this. Damn. Hold on real quick. Yeah, you gotta check this guy out. He actually makes some outstanding beats. And one thing I was digging into Nujabes, and then it just led into like more doors of Moab. Ammon. The guy has material, and you keep going down and keep scrolling through your Nujabes. You're going to different Ammonites that are beat makers and do go into the hip hop, that are DJs, etc. And I remember one time I won't, Lord's will again, if I come across it again, I'll do a lesson. But as I was scrolling through, even when a guy knowing the world, he actually was sending me a lot of some Ammonite women and Ammonite artists that are into hip hop. We know a couple years back what you call it. You had a lot of Ammonites that was rocking the Benjamite music. You know, all you got to do is scroll on the YouTube, and you'll find it. You know, you'll find the Benjamite culture, reggae culture influence in Japan, and a lot of videos will pop up. Well, back in, well, I don't know if they cut the videos, but back in the day it was. But again, I can't remember right off top the other artists that were of Ammon. But again, you just go into scrolling through, you will find you will have Ammonite that was into Motown, and which was very surprising to me because, like I said, I can't remember when I was just messing around one night. It was late night too, probably like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was listening to Jave and scrolling through, and one thing was just leading me to another. You had Jave, you had other 144 call all Yahbashim Shah, and again it was just a bunch of music, and me personally, growing up amongst and knowing a lot of Cambodians, a lot of Filipinos, a lot of Koreans. What's Cambodians, Filipinos, Koreans. I've known some Japanese too, and I knew a couple of Chinese people. And but one people that stood out to me right off top was the so-called Cambodian and the Filipinos. They stick out like a sore thumb. There's a lot of them here in Richmond, Virginia. They cornrow their braids. They're kind of they're dark too. They got the beard. Of course, they smoke weed. I knew one guy. Came across him. He was basically telling me, he has 8 kids from different so-called nigger women. And of course, he was a Lyft driver. The company I was working at called a Lyft for me to deliver, a truck, so to speak. But came across him. Again, slack from my rant, just telling some little info and history. But yeah, man, I came across a lot of Cambodians, Filipinos, Koreans, Chinese, and Japanese. And right, like I said, off top, I know that our people, that those are our people. And again, you can start off from New Javes and tune in more, dig deeper. But this is just gonna be a quick one. Leave some scriptures as well. So Ezekiel 36:19. This is the NLT version. I said, I scattered them to many lands to punish them for the evil way they had lived. Because unfortunately we are here in this current captivity because of our wickedness, our transgressions, and our rebellious and stubbornness. And again, it's evident that the so-called black man, Hispanic, Latino, Native American, we are the Israelites. But you also have Israelite foreigners. But when they were scattered among the nations, they brought shame on my holy name. For the nation said, these are the people of the Lord, but he couldn't keep them safe in his own land. Then I was cornered, then I was concerned for my holy name, on which my people brought shame among the nations. Therefore give the people of Israel this message from the sovereign Lord. I am bringing you back, but not because you deserve it, but Salaki. I am doing it to protect my holy name, on which you brought shame while you were scattered among the nations. Yeah, and while we've been underneath these nations, again, our people have become like them. So our people that are scattered amongst Ammon, so-called Japanese, they have become like them. Our people that have scattered amongst the Chinese, they have become like them. Our people scattered amongst the Filipinos, etc. Wherever our people are scattered, we have lost themselves. I mean, of course, shit. It's easy, if you're in the East, you're amongst China, you live in Japan, and live in the Philippines, Cambodia, and regions like that. Of course, you're gonna, what's the thought in your mind that you are Israelite. What consideration can you actually have? I mean, yeah, you can be like, yeah, I love rap music, man. I'm inspired. I love what the so-called black man or Hispanic Latino man do in the West. But what how you say, what provoking thought that you would have that you are indeed the same stock of them. But the thing about it's a thing that the Lord is bringing our people back to the remembrance, because again we had lost them ourselves. We, because again the whole narrate is black and white, and and pretty much the white so-called white man is superior, and again a lot of history has been distorted, thrown away, tampered, trampled, tossed to the side. A lot of lies have been pretty much the how you say it, the foreshadowing of Esau's kingdom. And he does these things again to keep himself in power, not realizing that one day that our people were going to wake up out of the slumber. So it says, Salaki, I will show how holy my great name is, the name on which you brought shame among the nations. And when I reveal my holiness through you before their very eyes, said the sovereign Lord, then the nations will know that I am the Lord. I mean, that's what you're seeing, because now you're seeing all the tribes waking up. Not just a so-called black man saying, or not just a so-called, again, yeah. Because the scriptures talk to you about how the so-called black man will wake up first. So, and now, since the so-called black men, the tribe of Judah, they're waking up, now you're seeing Northern Kingdom waking up, so-called Hispanics, Native American. And now you're also seeing the other tribe, the Israelite foreigners waking up too. So you're going to have nations and Israelites that's going to come looking like all nations. So again, you can't keep saying we're black Hebrew Israelites, because we're not. So it says, for I will gather you up from all the nations and bring you home again to your land. Then I will sprinkle clean water on you. You will be clean, your filth will be washed away, and you will no longer worship idols. And I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit in you, and I will take out your stony, stubborn heart and give you a tender, responsive heart. And I will put my spirit in you so that you will follow my decrees and be careful to obey my regulations. So when we are finally, woken up and redeemed and put in our own land and given the kingdom again to Yahushua, King David, that's when again we will be completely perfect. But until then, prophecy has to be fulfilled. And you're seeing it. A couple more that I'm going to end it. It said Deuteronomy 32 and 26. I said I will scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. And again, clearly it would be no provoking thought if you were in Japan or China or Philippines or Cambodia. It would be no provoking thought to ever think in your right mind that you are the stock of Israel. Again, you just a kid growing up over there, liking basketball. You was a fan of N1. You like everything the so-called black man does. You like the style, the up tempo, the dancing, break dancing. Again, a lot of those so-called Israelite foreigners, the Israelite foreigners that are scattered amongst Ammon and Moab. They love dancing. They love break dancing. They love me growing up. I looked into a lot of different things, and I liked a lot of music. I used to want to be a DJ prior to when I was a kid. So I used to dive into a lot of different sorts of music. And growing up as a kid, I was stumbled across different, DJs and how you say it, record spinners, etc. So Deuteronomy 28:64, and I'm gonna wrap it up. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other powers, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So again, prior to us, us being in our land, we never worshiped and never were driven to bow down to what our people are doing today. Our people have become the lowest. But again, due to this high function level of dysfunction, our people are actually remembering themselves, and it's provoking them to think, and provoking them to, consider, man, it has to be another way. It has provoked our people to, you know, seeking something and seeking rest, true rest, which was given to our people in the book of Hebrews. So, again, what you're seeing before our eyes is our people waking up all through the four corners. That's pretty much it. Again, get Chance, new job ace. I'm about to wrap the video up because this unit outside making a lot of noise. But with that, Mr. Shalom.